Greetings gamers, and welcome to another live stream this week. This week we will be doing a spiritual sequel to the Top Gear rally game on the Super NES. This game is Horizon Chase Turbo, and it's a very addictive racing game to say the least. Well worth the cost on the eShop for you, or PlayStation Store in this predicament here. This is pretty quick, good entertainment to say the least. Now I'm actually going to hope that the hiccups that we had last week with different comments and relays, I don't know what was going on with PlayStation for that, so if I notice comments aren't feeding this time, I am prepared and have my cell phone ready to make sure I can at least keep up with some of the commentary here. That is the goal. So you know what, just in case, I'll be a little bit more prepared this time for you guys. So let's see what we can bring up. Be a little bit easier to keep up that way, just in case. So we'll keep that good. Yep. And Ryu is all over it. How's it going, buddy? I have no clue why the comments do not keep up for whatever reason on the screen now for the PlayStation. That is pretty jacked, so bear with me guys. I can at least be part of the conversation like I promised I would be this time, because we had those hiccups, and apparently there's been updates on the PS4 I've noticed. Maybe that's part of why this isn't working, but I've been doing everything as I always have been. I've been checking things on and off, making sure it looks, but for whatever reason, it is not working, at least on the screen that I'm seeing here. So bear with me, and I can get by, and I'm gonna have to use the phone instead. So either way, at least I can be part of the conversation, which is better than last week, because last week I was just totally zoned in on that. So I will keep up right here with you guys, so do not hesitate. I will see what's going on, one way or another. I have no clue why that stuff ain't working. Sony really needs to clean up their act, to say the least, you know? Yeah, that is crazy. Alright, well, we'll just dive on in. I know. That is pretty much the problem. Updates just jack up everything, don't they? Well, it's going to be a pretty casual stream. I think it'll work out fine with my phone, because that's what I really like about this game. It is such great snippets of just fun. I mean, they're quick, short races for the most part, and you can just dive in, play a little bit. A lot of opportunities to go back and forth with conversation on this. So I'm just going to take a quick look here, make sure we're good on that, which we are. And really, I've already been playing this game, as you guys can see, and I'm out to pretty much clean up wherever I left off. I think I got California 100% complete, so we're good here. It's solid gold. Next step, I believe, is Chile here. And even though I have all gold, it's not 100% because I haven't grabbed the coins. And that's what's fun and interesting about this game. It's not just the challenge of getting first place, but it's also the challenge of getting the coins. And it's got an addictive feel to it, to say the least. Let's dive in and take a look here. Alright. Now, I've only gotten the cemetery one all the way, so let's try this one. It's looking 2.6 miles. That's super long. And you know what? When I want to do a coin grab, I'm a little bit more reluctant to make sure I get something that's got really solid handling. And I've only opened so many cars. I know there's plenty more cars in this game than what I have opened. And yeah, we got our fair share of picks and choices here. Really interesting with handling and choices. And it's kind of funny because these are, like this one I know for sure is from Top Gear, the original. I remember that one. This one's just a Mustang, pretty much. And yeah, that's where we got the Mustang's the latest one I opened up. This car is the one I would say is the equivalent I use in Top Gear. Actually, even in the game night video that we did, this one had excellent fuel and was good overall. So you know what, I think I'm gonna start us off with this one for today's start race for tonight. And see where it can get us. There we go. Yeah, super colorful game. It really keeps your attention. I mean, between the solid music, the arcade-style gameplay, which I'm pretty rusty because I haven't played this probably in a solid week or so. So I gotta get back into the groove of it. That's why I was hoping going back to these earlier tracks and trying to clean up where I didn't get all the coins. That might have been a better option to take. I really like how they did the balance and that they got rid of the pit stop for fuel and that they focused on just picking up those fuel tanks, which I don't know how safe it is just to be picking up big old fuel tanks on the road. And I focused so much on getting the coins, and I just nitro blast the last lap once I got them, pretty much. There we go, we got our coins. Now let's focus on getting some speed pickup. And there we go. Up. Let's keep that cooking a bit. Yikes. Gotta play catch up, and I already used up my nitros. It's such an interesting balance of a challenge here because you got to worry about getting all the coins, which were kind of erratically all over, in my opinion, on this level. And then after you get all those coins, you gotta worry about pulling off first, which luckily we did that time. So instead of just getting a gold trophy, when you get all the coins, then you are in super trophy category here. And actually at a full fuel tank, so that's a pretty good extra bonus. Super trophy it is. Actually, this game is very friendly for multiplayer review. This actually does couch play of 4 players. That's another big selling point about this one. My only complaint about this game, honestly, is that the United States didn't get a physical release. I believe this game was developed in Brazil. And Brazil is the only one that got a physical copy release. I don't know if the US will ever see one. Personally, I think this game is so good that I would enjoy a physical copy that I'd probably import a Brazil copy if I could, but I think the price is significantly up there, to say the least, when you import that bad boy. But no, that's how this one's looking. Yeah, the 4-player is nice. It's like the N64 days all over again. They do the nice 4-way split screen and you're good to go. So supporting that for couch play, and I didn't pay attention if it does online play or not. I'm not big into doing games, especially racing games, online. Not that it's bad, it's just not anything I ever really focus on. What I need to focus on is the road, though, here, as we can see. Ah, crud. I'm noticing all the ones that I didn't get the super trophy, they put the coins right on the inner side of the track, where you gotta totally hug it to get them all. And you know what? I'm usually in the middle of the track trying to avoid getting around all these guys, because I gotta say, the biggest challenge of this game for me is just fighting through all these guys. I mean, it's just flooded on the road here. See, I still didn't get all the coins there. Like, get these guys out of the way, man. I do like the day to night transitions though that they do in the game. It's pretty slick, very smooth. Adds variety, adds a little bit different of a challenge flavor and feel. And the funny thing is, you really can't look at anything else on the track. I was right there, I was trying to look at what lap I was on to use nitros, because it'll get so intense for me dodging guys, I'll forget to even use my nitros. And that's a big no-no. So you gotta use those nitros if you're gonna get anywhere in this game. Alright, we still haven't gotten the remaining coins, that's what I'm focusing on. Oh, and I still missed it. I gotta get on the last lap. That one stupid coin. Okay. Well, let's worry about getting first, and then hopefully we can nab that last coin. Yeah, I can see why I mucked up this one, man. Okay. Yeah. Man, they got these guys all in the way. It's like, there it is, finally. What an annoying spot to put all those coins, I swear. Alright. Now it's time to play catch-up if we can. Yeah, no time for you, old man. I didn't even use all my nitros because I was so focused on the coins, as you can see on that one. It's nuts. You get the cars unlocked with, I'll show you. Once you get a trophy and stuff, right here, see the points that it adds up for doing it? Like, I got it 130 points. That's the maximum you can get out of this, which means you basically got a super trophy on the race. That adds to the top right hand corner up there, and that overall total is like your experience level or whatever. Then that'll actually open up tracks and cars. Besides opening cars through your experience level points, see, I did this one now, I'm 100% complete. Which I think it unlocks a car if you do 100%, that's the other thing. Let's see if it gives us one. Okay, maybe I didn't get a car for that. I could have sworn you also get a car if you do, I thought it was if you did gold on the entire thing 100%, but I didn't get one for that one. But either way, you pretty much gotta optimize it. So this one's capped out at 100% complete. We're done with Chile here. Next is Brazil. So, you know they put a lot of time and attention to Brazil because that's where this game was developed. Yes, it is. It's similar to pole position. I will give it to you, Izzy. It definitely has a pole position flavor to it. Honestly, I think it's most reminiscent of Top Gear. It does have a outrun feel and pole position feel, though. Obviously, it's really a love ballad for all the 80s and 90s arcade racing games. It does a very great job at that. Alright. It's kind of like Mario Kart. If you get that launch on that last, you know, right on that number one, if you have it at full RPM and you get the takeoff, it helps. But honestly, I don't want a super fast takeoff right in the beginning because you're behind so many vehicles, you just end up crashing into them. From my experience, that's what I've been doing. I mean, the biggest obstacle are the opponents in this game. It drives me nuts getting around these cars. And these coins, they've been extremely strategic in how they've placed all these coins. Very strategic. And I keep missing nitros. Those purple things are additional nitros. And those additional nitros are only in a couple of different... They're only in certain tracks, they're not in every track. I wish there was an extra nitro in every track. I mean, nitros really balance out if you screw up bad. If you hit a nitro right after you mess up pretty bad, you can recover quickly. But they are the saving grace right when you can see the end of the race. And you only got to pass one more guy really quick. They really can come in handy. So that's why I almost preserve one near closest to the end if you can. And it's see, I can never get over to where the coins are at because you got all these bozos in the way. Yeah, it's like driving to work. Except driving to work is easier than this. Alright, we better start using these around the final lap. The problem is, I missed that one key coin that's just kind of floating around. I think it's somewhere hugging on the edge. Oh, and I missed those coins, so we're SOL there. Well, now we pick up the extra nitro. Well, I got those coins. Nice. Yeah, it's such a hard balance for me. There's the one coin that I thought I was looking for, but I missed a couple others, so we didn't get the super trophy. Hell, we're not even getting first yet because I've been hunting for damn coins so bad. There we go. Still squeaked out first for whatever it's worth, but it's not our goal today. We're trying to get the trophy fund rolling here. Oh man, I'm with you, Retro. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, I lived in that game when it came out for a long ass time. You know what, TV? That's what we were blaming. You are correct, sir. I think that update screwed up the chat. But don't worry, I can talk with you guys. Got the cell phone here as plan B because I know of the flub up from last week. Sorry about that. Ah, crud. See, that's the annoying part. I missed those 2 damn coins. But this is a nice, fun, relaxed stream. I wanted to go with this game just because I felt bad about how bad the interaction went last week, to say the least. So the fun part about this game is every race never has an opportunity to get dull, in my opinion, because they're so quick. So, I mean, this game would be a phenomenal pick if it was portable. I think it's only on the PS4 currently and the PC. There is actually a free mobile game for the iOS and Android if you're a Google user. And I actually put on my Android the free one. You get like the first cup or something, I think, the first continent. And it's pretty interesting to play on a touchscreen. It works out pretty well. I put it on pedal and then just hit left and right because there is no gas in this game as far as I'm concerned. It's just let off the... I mean, there's no brake in this game. Just let off the gas is the best way to play this one. Hitting the brake, there's just no time to hit the brake in these short ones. What do we got for distance? Only 2.5 miles. Alright. Yeah, because this one's a gas guzzler, but I really like this car too because it has a great pickup with the nitro. See, the nitro is a 7.1 rating. The nitro on this is a 4.5. So this one's like the saving grace when you pop in the nitros, man. This is like Dukes of Hazzard at its best right here. But yeah, I don't know what PlayStation's doing, man. That update definitely jacked up some stuff. Alright. But yeah, between the bright graphics and the non-stop action of the races and the music, as you guys can hopefully hear, I don't know how the music levels are because I got the headset on. But the music is really addicting. It really helps you stay focused into the race. They did do a few of the popular tracks from the original Top Gear on the Super Nintendo. It's the same composer from the original Top Gear. They got him to do all the music in this game, and I think he did a phenomenal job. I mean, I like the new tunes just as much as the old originals, and they all have a real good, it's like heck music you want to be jamming to while you're blasting down the highway, you know? Works out well. So now here's where my problem is. I'm focusing so hard on looking where the coins are at, because I gotta get all my coins first, then I worry about getting first. There we go. Now that happened, then I know I have all the coins in this track. And we're on the final lap, so good timing on my part. But I just missed some gas cans in this gas guzzler. Haha, there you go. Glug. Hopefully that'll get by a little bit. Yeah, there's so many sharp curves in this level. It's tough to really utilize these nitros. with how wonky this track is. No time for you. Alright. If we can pull this off, I'm impressed. That was luck right there. Oh, we got it. Nice. Squeaked that one out good. That is true. What's going on, wrong channel? Glad to see you stop by, buddy. Yeah, I don't know how familiar you are, TV, with the original Top Gear game. That one you had to stop off literally at like a pit stop and fill up the fuel in the car. This one, it's just kind of a nice little added mechanic that helps balance out the game. And I mean, it's the risk and reward model. Oh, nice, we got ourselves a Camaro. Makes sense, because I got a Mustang last, so this is next in the list. I mean, sorry, it's a Mad Bot, you know. We don't want to have licensing issues for them, do we? Alright, so, as I said, we got super trophies on those. I need a super trophy on this one. So, this one is a short run, but it's got 4 laps. And I'm surprised I pulled it off with this one. Let's look at the handling of that new one that we got. Okay, here's our Mustang Fun. And here's the Camaro. They went with the Bumblebee Camaro from Transformers, it looks like. So I guess we have Bumblebee here. What the heck? Let's give Bumblebee a taste and see how well he handles here. See if he's worthwhile to pull this off. Alright, Autobots, let's roll. Yeah, but the fuel doesn't bother me at all. Actually, as much as I love the original Top Gear, the fuel kind of was annoying in that one. Because literally, you'd have to pull off like a pit stop like you're playing, you know, NASCAR, and all these people will be passing you just to fill up your tank. This one, it's like, hey, if you can keep an eye on the road and hit the fuel tanks while you're rolling, you can drive any gas guzzler you want, because they have balanced the tracks pretty well that you will have an opportunity to hit enough gas that you'll need, from what I can tell. I have ran out of fuel on a couple races, but that's when I just got the game and kind of getting used to the idea of it all. But now it's kind of second nature. You got a good feel and idea for it now. Yeah, and I'm missing coins all over the place here. And in classic Top Gear fashion, if you haven't already noticed, you get somebody saying some cool stuff. Every time you're driving past somebody, you get to talk smack. In a nice comic dialogue box. Yeah, they put the coins not in too friendly a spots to actually get to them for us on this one, guys. Yeah. I'd have to be hugging the outer edge, it looks like, for me to get the coins all the time, I'm just saying. The outer edge is almost worse than the inner edge that they usually put them on. Yeah. Okay. Just stay on the outer edge this whole time. And that's what happens. At least with this car. Now, I will say, the car that I normally use, the white car, that one's got really good handling, and you can really hug the outer edge and not hit the sign so much, but I gotta say, the Camaro here is not as road grippy as that one. Yeah, that's about it. I got third. That was a rough race. The Camaro's not a good fit for me. Yeah, I did worse than I did before. See, if you don't do any better than what you did, then you don't add to your points in the top right-hand corner, pretty much. Yeah, Rad Racer is another good comparison for this game. I can see the similarities with it, but I want to say the first time, I can't remember what channel it was, the first time I saw somebody talk about this game online, they initially ran with Rad Racer as like the comparison to it. And when I played it, I said, okay, I can mildly see Rad Racer, but honestly, dude, this is based off Top Gear, like 98%. Wow, I didn't do very good on these at all. Alright, no Bumblebee. I don't know who's the Mustang in the Transformers universe. What's this one? How was the handling? Yeah, the handling is worse on this one than the Stang. And the handling on the car that I like using, this one is higher than both of them. Yeah, this one works out really well for me on the handling usually. So let's give that one a whirl. But if I'm ever struggling on a race that this car just isn't fast enough, then I usually go with the car I think that's called Dynamite. The one with the blower on it, because that sucker, it's got some great speed, but keeping the gas filled in that one is tough, especially on long races. Long distance races. Don't miss the coins. Well, we got a bonus nitro to work with here. So did anybody get to see the Nintendo Direct? Any great announcements? Anybody excited about what that mentioned? I briefly got to, I kind of glanced through it and just kind of fast-forwarded through to see if any games grabbed my eye. And all I got out of the Nintendo Direct, that it looked like that Nintendo is just porting more games over to the Switch that have already been out for a long time. I'm not really seeing anything special and original coming anytime soon from what I gathered, unless there's something that I missed. To tell you the truth, what I'd really be interested in playing, I don't have it, but it's that new Spider-Man game. Everything that I've seen online seems to be a thumbs up. I have not really seen anybody say anything negative about that game. And the last time I played an actual Spider-Man game was, I think it was actually Spider-Man 3 on the Xbox 360. And even though the movie wasn't that great, I enjoyed the game for what it was worth at the time. Can't remember if I beat it or not, but I did have a good time, you know, zipping through the town and stuff. And a lot of people all go back and say, what is it, Spider-Man 2 game that I think came out on the PlayStation and GameCube, and I don't know if it came out on Xbox or not. Ah, crud, I missed the gas on that one, that's trouble. Here's a trick for you guys: if you're ever playing this game and you do run out of gas, it's just like Top Gear, you keep rolling, but if you're close to where some gas should be coming out, you can actually go ahead and give yourself a boost in place of the gas. And the nitro would count as gas to get to the finish. Man, I stink at this race, even though I got a new record. Yeah. That Wheeljack's awesome. Yeah, for me personally, I don't really have the budget to be buying new games regularly, and as far as Spider-Man goes, I got a good feeling, even though that's a good game. It's kind of funny when I look at, the one thing that I love about having a PlayStation 4 is if you give it 2 or 3 months, even games that were fantastic like that, I guarantee that Spider-Man game's going to be like $20-30. It's going to be half price in no time. I mean, PS4 games, they're like top dollar at the launch date. We give them a couple of months, and then before you know it, they're in the bargain bin, no matter how good they are. And the only games I ever really feel that do hold their value, or I don't feel bad if I pay full price for them, are almost always Nintendo games that are made by Nintendo. Because look at Breath of the Wild. That game's how old now, and it's still the same price as if you bought it on the launch day. So when it comes to Nintendo, I just bite the bullet and pay full price, because I feel it's not gonna ever really get much lower, if at all. I think I'm just gonna putz around and try a little bit of all the cars, just for the sake of variety here. It is a race game for variety. But yeah, as soon as I see Spider-Man in the bargain bin, I'm gonna be nabbing that one quick. And I can see that, you know, taking up a good portion of time. I mean, I'm sure if it's not already old news, I might stream that one a little bit just for entertainment value. But like I said, that'll be in a few months once it's cheap enough, to say the least. Now, I will say, as fun and as great as this game is, it's not probably the best game to stream, especially if you're focusing on what I'm trying to do, which is I'm trying to get super trophies, which means I can't miss any of these coins, and I have to get first. So, you know what, we'll see how I do on this race, and if I still can't get a pull off another super trophy, I might just look at where I left off, trying to at least complete races to open them up. Because if you at least, I think you have to get 5th or better on a race for you to move forward to see the next race. So I think 5th is the cutoff, which isn't too bad. Not too bad. Ah, I missed it. Those coins drive me crazy. It's like, I see them always when it's too late. It's like, yep, missed that one. Alright, final lap. We better start using these. And nothing beats turboing right into the wall. And, yeah, missed that coin again. Why the hell not? That one's just destined for me not to get to it. But I did get first. Man, I bet if I miss that one coin, that's gonna suck. That I only took that one coin. So right at the end they show you, yep, it was just that one coin. If I would have just hit that and then got first, we would have got that one knocked out. See, it's not impossible. I mean, this game is fully doable too. It's very friendly to just pick up and play. That's the other thing that's nice about it. And it's as hard as you want to make it. I mean, I'm trying to get, you know, 100% complete for each portion of it. So that's, but you can easily, as you can see, I can go to the next thing without having to get perfects. So I went up here and see where I left off on these I didn't get perfects on. Hey, what's up there, Lance? Glad for you to stop by. Oh, nice. How's the Dragon Quest XI been treating you, TV? I've been curious. I've heard mixed reviews on Dragon Quest XI. Mostly good, but, you know, I trust people's opinions that I actually converse with over what random bozos online are harping about it. You never know what their prerogative is. Oh, this is a lengthy run. See, when you got a lengthy run like that, you gotta give me the gas savers. That one's fuel's 4.7. That one. Yeah, this one's excellent on the fuel. That's why I'm always relying on it. But you know what? We're going for variety, so this one's got decent fuel. We'll try this one out. And give me that Mario Kart timing. I have to say, I really enjoy the graphic style that they went with this game. I know it's originally, this game was a mobile game, so it had to go like this cel-shaded route, but I haven't seen many car games that have this type of look, and I think it works out well. I know some people look at it as maybe cheaper look, but if it's done the way that they did it, I think it has a good quality look and feel to it. I mean, there's so many car games out there that are hell-bent on being almost simulation for the accuracy they want on cars, and those are great. I mean, that's cool, but I think that there's a lacking market of, I don't know how to put this, like the cartoony arcade racing games. Like San Francisco Rush was a big series I was a fan of in the past, and those were just cartoony cars, and you had a blast. It was just a good racing game that didn't take itself too serious. And I think this one takes it serious to the right extent. Just serious enough. Yeah, so hard to get all these coins. I love how safe it sounds just to crash into, you know, gallons of gas and fill up your car. Yeah, I gotta say, for video game music, I will hand it to this game, though. This game actually has music that is worthy of listening to outside of the game. It's got a really good beat to it. Ah, oh, still missed one. Damn. Those stupid coins that get me all the time. Yeah, I tried and just missed that one. Well, I didn't have all the coins anyway. No sweat. Not too killer on that. Ah, man, a repetitive soundtrack, that gets a little bitey. Especially for an RPG. Yeah, Ridge Racer was a fun classic, that's to say the least. You ain't kidding. I'm with you. I don't think I've ever really sat down and given a college try to a NASCAR racing game, because I'm sure those really focus on the realism of it. And I mean, I don't know how entertaining driving in a circle could be that long, but you know what? At the same time, I think to myself, I actually enjoyed the Daytona USA series back in the day. And, you know, one of those tracks was just an oval, and I remember that still being pretty fun because there were so many cars that you're trying to get ahead of that I guess it deviates from the complexity of the track because you got so much distraction of all the other cars. Yeah, Daytona USA is one of those games that I enjoy and I'm not good at. I don't think I've placed first. I don't know if I ever placed first on any of the tracks in Daytona. I think I'm like happy if I got third. I'd have to say my strong suit for racing games are probably the less realistic, or I guess the proper term is the more arcade the racer, the better I am in most cases. I mean, you take like Mario Kart, which is completely unrealistic, and I would say I can safely say I'm pretty good at Mario Kart, pretty much on all of them. And games like San Francisco Rush, pretty good at those. Ridge Racer, I'm alright. It depends which one. For some reason, they're hit and miss for me. Daytona USA, I could never really get narrowed down, but maybe I just didn't play it enough, because I will say, Daytona USA didn't have a lot of tracks, so that's like a game I'd pop in and play for 25, 30 minutes, and then be like, okay, next. You know, that's not a game you'd really master sitting and playing all day, at least not for me. But yeah, the unrealistic, like, I guess I should say, like, kart racing games, I usually do good. You know what, one kart racing game that I actually and arguably even better than Mario Kart was Crash Team Racing. That was so fun. That was an excellent game. That's the only one that I feel that actually was right next to Mario Kart. I know Sega came out with, what is it, their All-Star Racing series. And I actually am not very good at that at all. I'll take Mario Kart any day of the week over that Sega equivalent. And the worst part is, the game looks really cool. I own, I think I have it for the 360. I played one of them. Ah, crap, we better start burning these nitros if we're gonna get anywhere. Not many stretches in this. The worst is when you rear end them because you take all the, you lose all the speed. Dang, man. I can't believe I have that many nitros. I wasn't even paying attention. I had 2 more. Wow. I picked up that many nitros and I couldn't have picked that up. Madness. Holy hell. 400 lap race on a NASCAR game? No thanks, buddy. That's insane. How long would it take for you to do 400 laps? I mean, you'd have to take some bathroom breaks. Did he have like adult diapers on so then you didn't miss nothing just like the NASCAR drivers? Just be like, it's hardcore time. Yeah, I don't know any racing game. I mean, that's actually the thing that I like the most about this game is that a long race in this game is probably like 3 to 4 minutes tops, I think, that I've experienced so far. And I didn't notice before, if you do open up enough stuff, each area has these upgrade races. I already did that one. And it's just to boost the skills of the cars or whatever the attributes are. It boosts every car evenly somehow. This is actually where I left off apparently, because this is still locked. Because I did not do well enough on this race for whatever reason, so... Let's try to race good, shall we? We'll take the Joker car, see how well this one pans out here. Purple sky, purple car. We're set. And a psychedelic racetrack that's almost blinding, like the Riddler or the Mad Hatter's in charge of it. No, I mean, not to make fun of, I really like how they did all these loud colors. It really keeps the aesthetic of the game interesting as you play. I mean, considering you can only make a racing game that is arcade and set up like this so interesting, I think they did an excellent job. I mean, because all you really have to work with to keep a racing game enticing somebody, other than tight, good gameplay, is the music and the graphics, and I think they really knocked it out of the park. And like I said, this game is only about 20 bucks. I think it's well worth it. I could think of many other games that are nowhere near worth 20 bucks that are listed for 20. And this one you definitely get your money's worth, because I think there's well over 100 tracks, I would say, is a safe bet in this game. We're already on the final lap, alright. No screwing around. Oh, man. Where is our straightaway? Oh, he just robbed me right there. Damn. Yeah, no, I figured you could pause it in the game. Hey, Cooler D, yes, unfortunately, there was an update on the PS4 and the chat is still not working on the screen. But thankfully, I am prepared with my phone here, so I can still keep chatting with you guys. And until this gets fixed, unfortunately, this is just going to be how it has to work for a while, guys. I'm limited with what I have to work with, which is a shame because it's been overall a pretty positive experience streaming with the PS4. Alright, we got ourselves a love ride. I don't know why they call it that. I think it'd be cooler if they called the car Christine. Yeah, I don't know if you guys ever seen a movie called Christine, but it's the best horror flick car movie you could ever see. I couldn't recommend it enough. If you haven't seen it before, definitely worth a watch. I don't know if it's on Netflix or not. I actually own that movie because I enjoy it so much. Hilarious movie. It's all about a car that is alive and can repair itself and then kind of falls in love with its owner, so it like kills people that, you know, get in the owner's way. I mean, it's quite the dream car. So, yeah, if anybody is up for watching a good flick, because, you know, it is that season for Halloween and whatnot, Christine is a great fit to watch a movie for. Uh-oh, new Animal Crossing. You know, a lot of people love that series. I never really got into the Animal Crossings too much. They just are, not my cup of tea at the end of the day. Okay, race this one, we race that one. We haven't raced this one yet. We're doing a little flavor of all of the cars tonight on the stream. Okay. Starry Night, no messing around. Yeah. Yeah, but I gotta say, for an arcade racer, this really does fit the bill. I haven't played anything that has been more reminiscent of the car games, and even to an extent, I'm gonna say, you know, Road Rash, all those arcade racing games that I grew up with and a lot of you guys have grown up with. This game really does capture the feel of it. I don't think anybody would be disappointed with this one. Oh, another thing I wanted to share with you guys that I was pretty stoked about. It was just a couple days ago. The first time in my life I actually won a YouTube drawing. There was a channel that was doing a YouTube drawing for that new game that came out not too long ago. It's called The Messenger. And I just entered it because I'm like, hey, why not? And I did win it. I got they just email you a digital code, which is fine, and it was for the Nintendo Switch. And I just got it installed, and I played it a little bit for the past couple days, and it's a pretty good game. I don't know why everybody's raving about it like it's the best thing since sliced bread. I mean, so far I gotta say it's good. It feels like if you took Shovel Knight and then you made a Ninja Gaiden-based Shovel Knight game. That's what it basically reminds me of, which is not a bad thing. If anything, it's a compliment to the game. And Shovel Knight is fantastic. But I haven't gotten to very far in the game yet, so maybe I just haven't gotten the full experience everybody's all hyped about yet. That could be a possibility too. But so far, it's alright. It's just, it's hard for me to really find games that I'm like all about, or at least matching the enthusiasm or excitement that people put on games and reviews and videos, or even in, how do I put it? Honestly, I actually like reading reviews online more than I like watching reviews on YouTube channels, because I think it comes off a little less biased when you read a review, whereas, you know, you can see somebody's reactions to their face, or You know, kind of get an idea of their disdain for a game or their overexcitement for a game in a video. But if you're reading a review, it's like, you know, it's your own interpretation. You don't hear a voice attached to it, other than the voice you put on it with your head. Well, we didn't do a fantastic job on that one, but we did pass. Yeah, it's a good point. It probably worked better in my favor. Yeah, I didn't even know if that game... I don't even know if that game, The Messenger, is out on any other platforms than the Switch, because I didn't keep up with it. I wasn't, like, all about it. I just kind of threw my hat in the ring to win a free game, because I could. I'll say it's an excellent game for free. See, I finished Greece, but I didn't get any super trophies. I didn't unlock the car for this area. And, man, I only got 3 golden trophies. I actually did terrible in this area. But the cool thing is, if you beat it enough, then, hey, you can still progress and look at the next place. Oh, man. Iceland's a nightmare. All snow tracks. Look at these. There isn't one track that I actually got the super trophy on. Not one of them. And look at this one. This one you think would be straightforward. It's just a square. Okay, let's see if we can at least get a super trophy on Iceland. This is going to be interesting. Okay, I'm going to have to disregard everything and look at strictly handling. Let's look here. Okay, not you. This one actually usually has pretty good handling, the Dodge Viper. Yeah, you know what? We haven't done the Viper yet. And surprisingly, this one's got a 5.9 for handling, so we'll take it. A blue car in the snow. This will be fun to see. Oh, maybe it's not snowing yet in this level. Yeah. Didn't get my Mario Kart boost. That's fine. Yeah, I think everybody just jumped on screaming Rad Racer because the car that you start off with is kind of looks like it similarly, but to tell you the truth, I think the red car that you start with in this game looks more like the car from Outrun than Rat Racer, so I don't know why so many people keep on saying Rat Racer. Okay, see, you just get bullied here. Let's just try to get around these yo-yos. Yeah, and if you get too anxious trying to get ahead of everybody, then you make mistakes like that. And you miss some coins again. Yeah, that's right, I'm supposed to be focusing on getting all the coins, and I can't even get around everybody yet. You know what, I think the saving grace for this track might be a super fast car that can burn heavy gas. I don't know how this one's gonna fare. It's already a final lap. Yeah, didn't get all those coins. Oh, third. Actually did worse than my initial run. I think I got first on this before. So that one didn't have any snow in it, at least. Yeah, I'm with you. You almost gotta wait a while for a review to be posted on a game after the game's been out a long time, because then the hype has died down usually, like you said. Good point. See you later, Cool D. Thanks for stopping by. Holy hell, they still make Game Informer? Wow, I thought Game Informer was gone. Well, I learned something new today. I missed the Game Informer days. I remember when FuncoLand used to push Game Informer like a drug. Like every time I was in buying games, they're like, are you subscribed? And I remember for the longest time, I think they gave out free subscriptions to Game Informer. It was getting to that point. Okay, let's, which car haven't we used yet? Use that one. Did we use this blue one yet? I guess we could try out the blue one. It's all about the variety. See, that guy just blew past me because he's using that dynamite car that I think is the car that uses the insane amount of nitro power. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm loving the snow level. How do you like all this, guys? They do a very good job at fogging it up on you with the snow levels. This is a prime reason of why I have not scored well on any of the races in Iceland. This stuff is nuts. I mean, and this isn't even the worst part. They have snow like this on tracks, and it's nighttime, so it's thicker than pea soup, and you're just driving blind. I mean, you almost want cars ahead of you so you can see the brake lights. Ugh. Yeah, as soon as you pick up some speed, you gotta knock it back down in place here. Fuel is low. Come on, I haven't been picking up fuel. This thing doesn't even seem like a gas guzzler. Oh. That's why I haven't been picking up the fuel. It's on the far edge. Yeah, anything that's on the edges, man, I always struggle to pick up in this game. Hey, we might be seeing some fuel troubles in this race soon. Still got third, surprisingly. Don't know how I pulled that one off. 306 issue, nice. You know, I was gonna say, it's funny you mentioned Nintendo Power. I actually have a complete collection of Nintendo Power, which is kind of funny how I got that because, I mean, I was a member of Nintendo Power like when it first came out initially, and I got all those magazines, and after a while I had a couple years of them balled up, and I think my cousin came over, and for whatever reason he wanted them really bad, and he like left me a copy of one of his NES games. He had like Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, and he was like, he beat the game, so he's like, oh, I'm done. So he's like, hey, you can just keep this game. Can I have your magazines? And I'm like, okay, I'll take an additional game. So I think I still have that Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, and then he took whatever issues I had at that time. So needless to say, even though I had Nintendo Power from the beginning till the end, for the most part I was a subscriber, there were gaps of issues either lost or traded or sold or whatever I did, or destroyed at times. And a long time ago, probably, I don't know, we're probably talking 6-7 years ago, I went through all my Nintendo Powers and then I tallied up all the volumes I was missing, and surprisingly at the time on eBay, good condition ones were not expensive at all. So I literally bought, I think maybe 2 or 3 lots that just had a whole bunch of them, and even included ones that I didn't need, but it had the majority of the ones that I did need. And yeah, I basically fleshed out and I have a complete, from the first issue to the last issue, Nintendo Power Collection. I gotta say, it takes up a chunk of space. Takes up a chunk of space to say the least, but I will admit, there's no better way to get nostalgic to play some Nintendo games than to randomly grab a Nintendo Power from a certain time era. You know, say you want to, as silly as it sounds, say you wanted to be motivated to play Super Nintendo. Well, I would just make sure I grabbed issues of when Super Nintendo was out, and I'd just read the whole issue and see what games they were highlighting. And after that, I would pretty much be wound up to play Super Nintendo, and it's pretty funny how well of a job they did in the magazine to get you stoked about playing certain games. I actually toyed with the idea of doing like a, I don't know if it'd be like maybe a quick play or a game night or something. And what I was toying with the idea was to find a game that I've never played before, or I have very little knowledge of, like maybe I've turned the game on, you know. I know the basics of it, but I've never really given it the college try, I like to call it. And it'd be a game that would have, we'll say, some crypticness to it, but not insanely cryptic, I'm guessing. And I would just limit myself to, say, whatever a Nintendo Power's hint or maybe guide inside a Nintendo Power that would cover the game. And that's it. No internet, no game facts, no nothing. It's just, you pretend that you are from that time era, and all you got is that magazine and your own wit to get through whatever the select game is at the time, so. But I never really thought of a good game that would fit that bill well enough for me to want to do a video like that. It's always been in the back of my head to be like, you know, if I ever think of a game that's just annoying or challenging enough or cryptic enough to where, you know, the magazine doesn't have to hold your hand, but it can at least point you in the right direction for things, that'd be pretty interesting, to say the least. I'm really running low on fuel lately, ain't I? This second, damn. And it doesn't look like that was a new record, so I actually did crapper. Well, trades are trades. You don't like Fester's Quest? Come on, TV, that game is gold. Yeah, my sister actually got Fester's Quest for her birthday. I remember playing that game and I'm like, thank goodness I didn't get this game for my birthday. Oh man, Fester's Quest. The worst part is, I guess I have a little nostalgia for it because I remember countless hours of trying to, I think the farthest we ever got in Fester's Quest was we got to the second boss, which we didn't have any help on it at all. But I mean, I think getting to the second boss was braggable enough back then. And yeah, once we got to the second boss, we got, you know, iced obviously, and it didn't work out. Heck, this whole time we haven't even played the car that the game starts with. This one's a little fidgety. That's why once I open up another car, I just never really go to this one again. But I have beaten Fester's Quest. Well, I live streamed Fester's Quest a long time ago. You guys may remember. And I think I live streamed it with the game Genie. I'm like, here you go. I think I just put on infinite health and went through the game because that's the only way to play Fester's Quest. This is insane. Here's your NASCAR. This one's for you, TV. This race is nothing but straight up NASCAR. And it's 10 laps to make it more interesting. How am I going to get around all this chaos? Come on. Oh, crud. There's just no room for mistakes. Just keep holding right and drive in a circle. Getting there. And if we can get first magically, now we're going to be... See, that's what gets annoying. You start lapping people, you can't even tell who's in first. You start passing other cars and you're like, yes, I'm in first. No, I'm not. You're lapping people. You can't even get to whoever's in first. Yeah, who the hell's in first? I've been passing how many damn cars? You gotta fight through all this mess. I never even got third. Well, I still got a new record for fourth. I must have really blew it on this race in the past. Of course, you can't archive anything Nintendo has. Oh, man. Yeah, that's ridiculous. I don't know what Nintendo's deal is about shutting down anything that is about preserving their history. It's like they gotta control, I mean, I understand protecting intellectual properties, but come on. Archiving old Nintendo powers, that's something that the whole public should have, that should be like in a library. Anybody and everybody should be able to enjoy that, but it is what it is. Well, that's enough Iceland. Let's see what the next one we got has in store for us here. We're just kind of putzing around through, see any of these that I can actually do better than I've already done. This one I've gotten a gold trophy, surprisingly. Look how squiggled that thing is. This one, I haven't done better than third on it. I don't know, can we pull off getting first with all the coins? That is the question. Whoops. Help we hit the right button. Yeah, this car does not work well for me at all. Okay, I think we've sampled most of the cars. Let's stick with the one that actually has the good handling, to say the least. Alright. So bumpy. I gotta say, the big selling point that this one has is that couch play. But the funny thing is, I do not have 4 PS4 controllers. I mean, it's crazy nowadays thinking to yourself having 4 controllers for a console really is a small fortune nowadays. So it's like, yeah, if somebody wants to couch play, I'm going to have to invite somebody that actually has a PS4 controller to bring with them. I mean, back in the day, it wasn't too big of a deal to have a spare NES or Super NES or Sega Genesis controller. Hell, even N64. I remember having at least 2 or 3 of those controllers around. From people who want to play some couch play fun. But with modern consoles, heck no. Oh. Yep. I mean, I guess it defeats the purpose, but, I mean, they do show, like, gas, they do show gas icons on the track to the left. I think when you're low on fuel, they'll, like, highlight on there, so then you know when to prepare for them. But it's like, damn, I wish they'd show on the track when to anticipate some coins coming up. See, now that it's low fuel, you can look to the left, and you can actually see that there's 3 gas pump sections coming up. But man, they're all the way that far away, so I don't know how I'm going to reach that. No, just got third. Alright, we're running out of the skill steam here to actually knock some serious stuff out here. Yeah, I will say the track design is an interesting feel and look to it, but keep in mind this is fairly far down the game. Let's see, where am I actually the highest points? Okay, this is where I left off last, because this isn't open yet. See, like I was telling you guys, you need 7,000 points. I got 6,800 to open up this area. So if I at least beat, like, pass all the tracks on here, that should open up. Now, the cool thing is, you can revisit. Tracks will get easier for you if you beat these upgrades, because then they give you, like, more handling and speed and everything. Let's see if I can actually beat the... Oh my goodness, look at this track. Well, we can try. The good thing about these, we don't have to worry about coins or anything. You just have to get first, no matter what. That's just the goal, get first. This one handles the best for me, so I'm just going to cross my fingers and see if we can pull it off. Well, you don't get much more pleasant and colorful than this track here. This is one hell of a psychedelic trip. Alright. 3 laps on this. Okay. Get around these guys eventually here. Ugh. This squiggly-ass track is far from easy to control on. I'm like killing myself and I'm in 9th. I don't know if we're going to see an upgrade on this track anytime soon. Oh, crud. We have to pick up that extra nitro that I saw somewhere on the track if we're going to have any chance. No, thought that was a nitro. It's just fuel. There we go. Gonna save that as the ace in the hole. Okay, now this is starting to make me a little dizzy. Just a little. I gotta see who the hell are the cars that are even ahead of me. Not seeing any ahead of me at all. They must be way ahead. Yep. Oh, that's some BS. Just want to start seeing who's ahead of me. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be nailing this one in first, guys. This one's just got too much damn color and too squiggling for me. God, it's like Somebody ate a parrot and threw it up on the screen. That's a hell of a lot of color. Yeah. Well, I think the beach areas we missed was in the California track. I had that one completed, so we didn't visit those for you. But yeah, I agree. That's a parrot eating crayons couldn't be more colorful than that track. Alright, let's try a regular race then. Maybe we'll get somewhat decent enough. Let's see if I actually pass it. Oh good, we get some rain levels. Don't you guys want to see some rain? And I haven't tried out this this awesome car yet. Let's see what this one's strong point is. Let's get Christine rolling here. Oh yeah, this is steering a boat. I can just feel the weight in this car just trying to turn. Oh man, you're not doing any quick turns in this. I'm guessing the benefit of this car is you're not losing a whole lot of speed from cars hitting you, like you would with the other cars. Like this car can bully everybody, so that's one of the benefits here, it looks like. Yeah, you can just charge your way on through, it looks like. There you go. Times. Ah, crap. Something's gotta go. Alright. Well, this boat can definitely launch some nitros. Whoa, I don't know how I didn't hit anything, but I'll take it. That's what you get for opening my mouth about that. Oh, get cut off right at fourth. Should have just hit the damn turbo. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, that car is not that friendly on curves and turns. Well, you can't go wrong with getting awesome girls in their poodle skirts from the 50s in that ride. We're in the hurry to the malt shop or go back in time. Alright. At least its fourth is good enough to see what the next track is. Yeah, that one is a rough pick. I don't know what situation you'd want that car. That's nuts. And it looks like some interesting ones we still need to unlock, and that one's for the next area we gotta unlock. But I mean, it does help keep things fresh with the game, I'll have to say. It is nice. How many cars they did add into this game, it's like something to break up the monotony. It's like, oh, well, at least I opened up whatever. Even if it's a car you're not going to use, it's like, oh, it's cool, at least I have it. And I mean, it comes in handy, I'm sure, because I don't think, I haven't done the local multiplayer mode yet, but I'm sure you're limited to use the cars that you've unlocked in the game, is my guess. I don't think they give you full access to the library of cars for all 4 players immediately. There we go. And survey says... Okay, once we get to a good stretch here, then we can start blasting these nitros, because we're going to need to. And of course we missed some points. Wow, we picked up 2 extra nitros already. And more coins I passed. Yeah, I've used 2 nitros. I'm only in 4. Getting a little intense. Yeah, I missed some more blue coins. And you're really gonna have to play a good chunk of these tracks like multiple times and almost get it memorized to where the coins are at. Because a lot of these tracks got a lot of these hairpin turns, and it's like, listen, I don't have the time to just be screwing around looking for coins when you're still trying to get first. Yikes. This car's low on fuel? That's a problem. This is like the most fuel efficient one, but I keep passing the fuel, so that's part of the problem. Missed some more coins. And survey says. That's not a good sign. Oh, and I passed right in between the fuel tanks. Well, there's a prime example of out of fuel for you guys. Nobody could have perfectly just passed right in between 2 fuel tanks like I did. That takes skill right there. That takes skill. that was perfect timing. See that guy's cockiness in there saying victory will be his. It was all too well timed. Apparently he didn't look at his fuel gauge when he said that. Priceless. Disqualified. Yeah, so the key to this race is to not run out of fuel. Alright, we'll try one more here with not running out of fuel, shall we? Oh, see, this game's so good at distracting you. It's like, oh, do I gotta worry about the coins? Oh, do I gotta worry about the fuel? Gotta worry about bidding first. I mean, they throw all these nice elements in there. And it's all dependent on your experience that you're looking for. If you're looking for a perfect run, then you're going to be playing a little bit longer than the guy that just wants to get by to at least open up all the tracks. That's pretty much what my goal is. I mean, I think this is a great game to revisit many years down the road, because I don't see me ever, you know, getting 100% on all the lands perfect and then being done with the game. I see me probably opening up the majority of it and then having a whole bunch of, you know, bronze and silver trophies throughout the whole game. And then if I ever get in the mood again to play it, then I'd just go through it and comb through and then try to gold out all the tracks, so to speak. I'm definitely going to try to pick up fuel more than coins after the last time's experience. I just want to get around these road hogs, man. Yeah, nitros, I think, are pretty much the mistake fixers for running off the road like that. I can't believe Now this car's not gripping as good as it used to. I wonder if the increased speed from all the upgrades is taken away from the way it normally would handle. There's a chunk of coins, but not all of them. Yeah, the problem is with this one is as I've mentioned, I stay in the middle a lot, and those gas cans are on the left and right side for all the fill-up sections. So I've been passing right in between them. Yeah, we don't need a repeat of last time, do we, guys? We don't need a repeat again. I felt like I've been getting gas more frequently than last time. Apparently not. You know what the scary part is? This car is like, I want to say currently the most fuel efficient one I can even select in the game. Okay, we got just a taste of gas there. Just enough. Well, we got third on that one, thank goodness. Cutting it close. Yeah, the fuel deal is quite the fun balance, especially when, I mean, I would be a lot more upset if I actually had all the coins and I was going to get first, and then it's like, whoops, didn't keep up with the fuel. It definitely keeps your eyes on the road going strong. But man, got that one, and I didn't get enough points for the next one. Australia to be next, man, look at that. I was at 69.78. So I'm right on the edge of opening up for Australia. So let's try to open up Australia. And the only way we're going to do that is at least placing in these other tracks. I think if I can at least place in one more track. Let's look at it. See, it's 3 laps and it's got a long run, so let's double check the fuel. Let's go all the way to this one. 4.3, 5.2, 4.5. This one's 5.2. That's what? 2.7. Gas guzzler. Yep, that is it. The most fuel efficient cars is actually this one and the Viper. So we'll do the Viper for fun then, since it's good on fuel too. Give a nice change of pace here. Maybe we'll have better luck. Which I find it hard to believe that a Dodge Viper is actually a good fuel efficient vehicle. I mean, isn't that a V12 engine, for crying out loud? Alright. Well, there goes Christine, blasting on by. At least there's a nice stretch on this one. Can't get around this boat. Hey, bully, back off. Yikes. Didn't even see that happening. A long stretch. Okay, we're at 4th, so at least we're in qualifying range. That's all we need is to qualify to open up get the points that we need. And not run out of fuel. I think we'll be alright. This one's nice and fuel efficient. Yep, all out of nitros, unless they'll magically give me one. And there's the one that I missed. All on the outer edge. Well, hey, at least I placed, so we should get enough points to open up the other area. Take a quick look at it. Done and done. And there you go. Now we go to the land down under. Let's check out Crocodile Dundee really quick. Here's a beach for you, Ryu. You're looking for a beach. Life's a beach, you know? Yeah, I've noticed the computer definitely has these car models down cold, guys. So, we'll just take a quick look at this one for Australia before we get wrapped up here. Because I'm starting to lose my keen focus for these fine races here we got. How long is this race? Okay, it's only 1.8 mile. 4 laps. Yeah, let's go out with a bang. Let's take the biggest gas guzzler I can. Ah! Ugh. They really know how to litter these coins in the most clever spots. I haven't even really seen where gas is on this. All I've really seen is like some coins. There's some gas. There's really no good spot to use nitros on this track. It's always got a lot of curves. It's not much straightaway to work with. Yeah, there's the fuel low. I'll take that quick. I might just have to save a nitro for low fuel. I didn't know if the nitro was actually burning up the fuel, or what. Crud. I got a little bit of gas. That was rough. I didn't even place on that one because I got so sloppy on the end. Oh, that's just showing you I'm definitely running out of steam for that. That stinks. I don't even think they give you points for that because you got to get, I believe, 5th or better. You do not qualify. Look at the map. Stare at that map. Oh man, I think that's my cue stick. I know my limits. But regardless, this was, I think it's a great pickup game. Good, well worth its dough, to say the least. Pretty fun stuff. Good for the price. But I did want to give you guys a heads up. As far as next week goes, I have a new work schedule going on that I have to get accustomed to. I don't know if I'm going to be able to continue streaming the same time and day that I have been doing. I may not. It's all pretty much up for debate. I'll know more as my work schedule happens next week. and I just want to give you guys a heads up because I know you guys have been great in being around, and I didn't want to just drop off the face of the earth. So I'm hoping that my goal is to continue to do the same as I've been. If that does not work out, I may have to come up with another time, and whatever that time is will literally just be randomly notified. So if you guys haven't hit your bell ringers on YouTube and care to keep up with the streams, please do so, because those notifications I will not know until probably my next stream of what that schedule is actually going to look like, because I always try to stay consistent. So other than that, though, it was a great night streaming with you guys, catching up, BSing like usual, and exploring this game. But regardless, who knows what the next one's going to be? Probably something, I don't know, easy. I'm not out for anything grueling, probably with my new work schedule coming up, so we'll do something fun regardless. But I want to catch up with you guys. Hopefully by the next stream this gets fixed. This is driving me nuts on the screen there. I gotta look at my phone to keep up with you guys, and we'll have to go from there. But other than that, guys, I was just going to say thanks a lot for hanging out. I'll be in touch like always, and hopefully, if I'm lucky, there will be a new video posting by the end of this week, so keep your eyes looking for that one. It's going to be an interesting new one. I'm definitely going to want some feedback on what you guys think about how that video works out. But other than that, once again, appreciate all your help and time, and I'll follow up with you guys as soon as I can next time. Till then, you guys take it easy.